But some experts think it's possible we'll also discover precious metals, like gold and platinum, perhaps worth an estimated 700 quintillion. With those kinds of numbers, you can see why would-be prospectors are salivating over the potential for space mining. But experts told Mach that even if 16 Psyche does contain lots of precious metal, collecting it and bringing it back to Earth would require technology and infrastructure that don't yet exist. Plus, even if we figured out those logistics, there's an economic problem at play. The value in precious metals depends on demand. Flood the market with large supplies of platinum and gold, and the monetary value will likely be much lower.
Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer and welcome to your daily silver stacking video. Thank you for tuning in. And stackers, listen, if you want an opportunity to win some silver, click subscribe, click the link in the description. That's the entry video. May the luckiest stacker win. Now, you saw the intro, right? Space mining could change everything, and as we advance in this new technological digital era that we're advancing in at a rapid pace, it could become more realistic, especially looking at why we need so much silver for its industrial applications moving forwards. I mean, think of a sci-fi movie, flying cars, buildings, skyscrapers, everything's just so advanced, and silver is needed in all that stuff. But there's already a supply shortage. Even just the U.S. Mint for making American Eagles is having trouble finding the silver. So imagine what big business is going to do if we can't make the newest, latest Tesla, or if we can't make the newest, latest iPhone because there isn't enough silver. Do you think that's really going to happen? No, they're going to find some way, whether they ban silver, which they literally did in 1980 when the price was $50 because the Hunt brothers cornered the market, owning 77% of the global silver supply. So they're going to take extreme measures like that to make sure that they get all the silver back that they need, or they're going to look to other solutions, whether it's advancing mining in the Earth's crust or out in space. But it goes a lot deeper than that, folks. You know me, I like dissecting, I like digging deep and really figuring out all the different possibilities and all the different scenarios and how that could affect the price of silver. So let's jump right into it. So we already talked about space mining, right? There's an asteroid that is coming towards Earth, and I think it will arrive by like 2025 or something, 2026. And yeah, they're looking at it. It's covered in precious metals. They're saying gold, platinum, copper, nickel, I think is what it's mostly consisting of. But regardless, that could be a game changer. That could be a game changer. They said that there's so much gold and silver that it would be essentially worthless. There'd be so much gold we could use it as toilet paper, right? But before that gets here, there's even other things that could be a game changer. And we're going to be talking about Elon Musk. We're going to be talking about SpaceX, Tesla, all of these things. Even this can translate into solar panels, 5G towers, right? Electric vehicles, silver, lithium ion batteries. All this stuff requires a lot of silver. And with someone that's a genius, a complete genius like Elon Musk, that has already stated that he wants to transfer all of his profit into things like Bitcoin or, gold or, physical gold, tangible things that are detached from the dollar, it makes sense. And why would he need silver the most? Well, because there's not as much gold in, electric vehicles, but there is silver, even space equipment. Silver, not so much gold. Everything that Elon Musk is invested in for both sides of his businesses, whether it's SpaceX or Tesla, require massive amounts of silver. And if he's looking at keeping the cost of production low, especially moving forwards, let's say if silver does get to $50 an ounce or $100 or higher, do you really think that he's just oblivious or just going to do nothing and let the cost of production for both of his companies just escalate through the roof? No. He knows about silver. He's an absolute genius, so he's probably buying massive amounts of silver under the table. But why under the table, Silver Slayer? Well, do you remember when Elon Musk tweeted out 4 letters, DOGE, and it shot the price of Dogecoin up thousands of percent? The same thing would happen with silver. Look what he did to Bitcoin, even saying he's getting out of Bitcoin, and look what happened to Bitcoin. He has a massive influence on the price of things. And if he's trying to buy as much silver as, for as cheap as possible like we are, then he's definitely not going to let anyone know that he's buying it, because then he'll just have to pay a higher price. So there's been two different, very reputable people in the investing world and in precious metals that have wrote a personal letter to Elon Musk telling him about silver, saying that you better get in now. And also, Mike Maloney did the calculations of how much money he would be saving and making. And we're going to show both of these things. The first article is from David Morgan that, he just says it right here, but he doesn't know if Musk has read his letter. Mike Maloney, Elon actually responded to, and he said thank you. So we're going to look at both of these real quick, and then we're going to jump into some other stuff, so you want to stick through this whole video. So Morgan doesn't know if Elon Musk has seen his letter, but he thinks it's possible given the power of the internet. My purpose was to bring awareness to him and everyone else, he said. Aside from accepting precious metals as a payment, silver guru Morgan also pointed out Musk may want to secure Tesla's supply of silver, given that the company is a commercial user of the metal, right? It's not just him. It's to anybody that's not in the club right now, and that's not already part of the Silver Users Association and doesn't have a direct relationship with a refiner. Musk will have a big need, and he's not in the club that's already got a direct line, so he's going to have to open market and get it. And that's a little different than going into, let's say, a source that you've already established over the last 30 years or so, where you've got first dibs on it. And that's such a good point. Aside from Musk and Tesla, Morgan spoke on the silver squeeze movement that originated on Reddit. He gives his, and I've actually made a video on that. He just, he talks about it, talking about everything, how short squeezing is a lot different with let's say GameStop compared to something as precious, as big of a market as precious metals. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, the short squeeze was a huge success, pushing silver up to nearly $30 in a couple of days from just a Reddit forum. That's massive. And moving forwards, how many new stackers there are from the Wall Street silver movement? I mean, look at the comments on my videos. So 75% of these people, of you guys, are newer stackers from that. Now, anyways, that's a whole separate video. I'm also about to show the Mike Maloney letter that he sent to Elon Musk as well. So let's jump into it. So here's Mike Maloney's letter to Elon Musk, titled Buy Physical Silver. Mike Maloney just did a big interview praising his Tesla, and all of a sudden Elon Musk publicly thanked Mike. So Mike sent an open letter to Elon Musk urging him to buy silver bullion, stating, "You said that Tesla plans to sell 20 million EVs by 2030. The company produced 430,000 units over the past 4 quarters. So that would be 19,569,600 more vehicles within the next 9 years. Each electric vehicle uses up to 50 grams of silver, which totals 978.4 million grams. In other words, if you reach your 2030 sales goal, Tesla will need up to 31 million ounces of silver per year. The cost at $25 is $786 million, but the cost at $50 is $1.57 billion, and the cost at $100 is a whopping $3.145 billion. And that's just your automobile business, not even talking about SpaceX, right? And that is something that is just mind-blowing, but also puts in perspective how critical it is for Elon Musk to be buying silver right now, right? You can't ignore these numbers. You can't ignore this. Elon Musk is a genius. It's not like he's just pushing this stuff to the side. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, right? And silver stackers most likely do as well. Let's look at some of these comments. Elon Musk has to acknowledge, or all he has to do is acknowledge it, and silver is mooning, right? If he acknowledges it and publicly mentions it. But also, like this guy says, rising silver prices is the last thing Elon Musk wants. So it's interesting, to say the least, what all of this, where all this is going to head towards, right? Is it going to be a situation where the big business is in dire need of silver, So they come after our silver. Producers turn into consumers. The consumers turn into producers. The people like you and I that want the silver will be selling it to the people that need the silver. But since we have the power because we have the silver, we could set the price, right? That is one situation. Or, and the only reason I say that is such a possibility is because they did that in 1980. I mean, the Hunt brothers literally owned up to 77% of the global silver supply, and the government banned silver, right? They literally did. If you don't believe me, check out some of the videos I did. It's called Silver Rule 7, which is that law they made on the spot saying you couldn't buy silver on the COMEX, you could not buy silver. They banned it. And you could only sell it, but you couldn't sell it to people like you and I. You had to sell it to big business, which then probably turned it into the government. And look at all this. Several times throughout history, there was gold confiscation, right? The executive order 6106 or whatever, where the government bans they tell you that you have to turn in all your gold to the banks. They're going to pay. They're not going to kick in your door and steal your safe, but it's illegal to have gold. You have to turn it in to the banks, and they need that. And that's for a different reason than needing the gold to make the world go round, but they needed it for their own wealth, since gold is considered money, and gold is the only reason why the United States is the richest country in the world. So similar situations have happened in the past, and moving forwards, how much more silver we need and how scarce it is, I could only see it happening again, or finding some new technology to mine silver out of the ground, whether it's putting more money into mining, whatever the case is with that, or going to space. Because if there's 700 quintillion, or whatever the number was, dollars of precious metals in these meteors, you best know they're going to figure out some type of way, and eventually technology will be able to do that. Right now, currently, but who knows in 10, 20 years, look how fast we're advancing technologically in this new digital era. So yeah, what do you think about all this stuff? I wanted to bring this to light because, like the title of this video says, this could change silver forever, and it literally could, right? It literally could. It could be a game changer for the worst or best situation. So, what do you think about this? I'd love for you all to participate in the videos and share your 2 cents. I shared my 2 cents. I told you the possibilities I think, but is there anything else that maybe I missed or that you're also thinking of to add on? I would love for you to, after you like the video, comment down below. Also share this stuff. This is important stuff that needs to get out. People need to think about this. People need to hear this, right? It really is important. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was 1, educational, 2, informational, 3, at least entertaining, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed if you want a chance to win some silver. Click subscribe, click the bell, right? Because that will notify you every time I post a video. Because if not, you might miss the entry videos. If not, you might miss the announcement giveaway videos. And that's a big no-no. You don't want to miss that stuff. Plus, I post daily silver stacking videos, which is the main reason why you should be subscribed. If you stuck around in this video this far, I praise you. Kudos. It means you're a very smart stacker. You didn't click off the video thinking you know it all. You didn't click off the video just saying, whatever. You watched this far into the video, and it shows a lot about your character. It reflects a lot about your strategy. So I can tell that you probably are setting yourself up for the most success. So kudos to you. Thank you. This was Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.